Hello my crafty friends, how is everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. This is Sheree. My channel is Turquoise Dreaming. I'm so glad you're here. I would appreciate if you subscribe and comment if you like my videos, and if maybe you have been watching them and you forgot or didn't think about it, I would really appreciate that. But yes, today I'm doing some very simple Halloween crafting. So I have this caution tape that I bought from Dollar Tree. I believe it was last year or the year before. And I haven't really used it because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with it. And I don't know, I had visions in my head when I bought it, but I don't remember what those visions were now. So I thought, I'm just really getting kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Why did I buy it type of thing. And I'm sure everybody does that once in a while with something they get. But then this week, maybe even yesterday, I was like, well, why did I try? I don't know, because it's, how if you have this, I mean, here's the original, one of the original pieces, and it's just like a real slippery, plasticky, whatever this is made out of stuff. And I was like, I wonder if I can glue it down onto, and maybe that's what I was thinking in it originally, and maybe I saw it somewhere, somebody do it, but at the moment, like this year, after I bought last year or the year before, I have no idea what I was thinking when I bought it. You know what I mean? So so I thought, let me just try this today before I give up on it and see how it does. So I did. I took some permanent glue. You might be able to use, I haven't tried washable glue, the purple glue. I haven't tried that, but I do happen to have some permanent Scotch glue sticks also. And so I tried it with that, and it glued down really nice. And I did sew around it with some black thread. I don't felt like I had to, but I just wanted to see what it would look like with some black thread. And I glued it down onto some lightweight white cardstock. This is cardstock I get from work, and I recycle it, so I have a lot of it. So that's why if you see me using a lot of this, that's why, because I have tons of it. So I need to use it because I'm gonna get my house is gonna be overwhelmed with it. So I rescue all I can from work, and some of it I haven't been able to rescue, but probably good, because otherwise I would be floor to ceiling with white cardstock. So anyway, here's the first one I made. So I was just going to show you, and just a little, not necessarily a tutorial because it's way too simple for a tutorial. These are the exact little, there's a tab over here. This is the exact thing that I get from work. There's words on the other side, and they're from folders that we have in notebooks and things that we have to have at work. And then when they're done with the folders, they want a fresh folder for any new notebooks. I mean, a fresh, these little divider, cardstock dividers. They want a fresh new one. They don't necessarily want to cover up. And we do reuse things at work. It's just that these are first, the purpose of these is for, used for certain things where they don't want to have reused dividers. So anyway, when I first started working there, they said, oh, we don't reuse those. You can do whatever if you want. Because I asked them about them, because they were throwing them away. And they said, oh, yeah, sure, you can take them. These don't have names on them, but they said especially if it has names on them, make sure you cut off the tabs, because that's private information. So that's what I do. That's why I'm cutting off the, these don't necessarily have names, but I still should probably cut off the tabs before they are seen on video. So, yeah, so I have the yellow one that I just showed you, that tape, and then I have an orange one. Let's make an orange one next. So this is just a little craft with me video. Take me along with you, whatever you're doing when you're watching this video. You could be, I know I watch videos, on my TV, on my phone, and like I say, I'm cleaning the kitchen or moving around where, like how we are. We have TVs just about in every room of our house. If you're a typical American, maybe if you're not so typical, you don't like to have TVs in every room in your house, and you don't. But I'm an average American. I have a TV pretty much in every room in my house. So if I'm working, say, in the kitchen, I will have the TV that I can see from the kitchen. I'll have that one on. But if I'm in a room, like I do have a TV I can see, but sometimes, you know, I'm only going to be there for a minute or a few minutes in the kitchen. I don't necessarily want to get a good video going on the TV. I'll have my phone there. So that's why I say just take me along with that, whatever you're doing, and you know, watch this little craft with me, and or craft along with me. Maybe, you know, a lot of people do tell me in the comments, yeah, I crafted with you today, and that's really cool. So fun times. Take your mind off of things for a few minutes. But this is the orange one. I don't know. I think I have some more of this, but this is one piece of it. So, and I have those pieces that I just showed you where I cut off the tabs, and then I have this right here. Let's see, where other scissors? Oh, they're over there. Okay, these are my sharpest scissors out here right now. Well, actually, the other ones work on paper good. I did get these new scissors, which they're still very sharp, but I used them so much on paper. At first I could cut fabric with them, but now I can't cut fabric with them because I've cut a lot of paper with them. And they weren't meant to be fabric scissors. It's just that when I first got them, I could cut both with them. Okay, so this one, this particular orange and black one is what it says over and over. Warning, enter if you dare, warning, like that. So, and I did get these at Dollar Tree. They're meant to be, you know, fun, crafty things. Today, when I'm doing this video, I happen to have gone to one of our, pretty much our favorite pizza place around here. And it was family day. Our family day, what we call family day, is Saturdays. We have lunch or early dinner together, either at my house. And I've explained this before. If you're not new to my channel, you've heard it before. But it was family day today, so just telling you what family day is. We get together and have lunch or early dinner, and then we play games usually, either video games or my sons have their Switch. We play games on the Switch, or we play what's called this other game you play. It's up on the TV screen, but you play it with your phones. It's called Jackbox TV. They're like video games too, though, but you play them on your phone. Really fun. Really fun. If you've heard of them, you know. And then we also play board games. Play board games and, you know, other games, but, you know, that are come in a box, like card games. And we play Exploding Kittens, you know, stuff like that. Those kind of... Where's the new one that my son got called Little Wordy? I think that one's fun. Some people might not like it if they have trouble with words, but I like it a lot. Me and my husband, every time we play it with my older son and daughter-in-law, we win. So that's fun. You win. But like me and my husband, my kids always beat us in the video games, but my husband's like, I don't like those video games. I always lose. And I'm like, I don't care if I lose or not. It's just fun. You know, and I feel like I try to get better, and maybe one day, you know, maybe I do have won a couple of once in a while. So anyway, the point is, I went to my favorite. It reminded me of these. I went to our favorite pizza place here in our town, and they had this, like, I think they had the yellow one. Of course, I don't know if theirs was the same as mine. I didn't really look at the words. I just saw like, oh, there's some of that tape, and they had it wrapped around the door entrance to the pizza restaurant. But I was like, oh yeah, I need to do something with my caution tape. And I didn't want to wrap it around my door necessarily, so my front door of my house. You know, I mean, I could do that, but I didn't really plan on doing that with it. So now this one's looking good too, and I guess you probably just saw me just put some of that tape down. Try to get it all over here. Smooth this out. It really goes on nice. It reminds me of, now this is just a plasticky, you know, thin plasticky, you know, whatever I'm calling it, plastic. I don't really know what it is, but that's the closest way I can describe it. But it just reminds me of how if you glue down a napkin, if you use napkins, you know, or tissue paper, it kind of goes down the same way. And it reminds me of sewing patterns do the same thing. You put them down on that kind of permanent glue, or the other non-permanent glue. Sometimes this will be permanent on certain things, and like, I don't know about this, but the napkins and the tissue paper, and so like, yeah, so let me finish my thought here. I'm just, my brain is going. But yeah, it will be permanent even with the non-permanent glue. But this reminds me of it because it just smooths out so nicely. Look at that. And I don't necessarily care about the words or what's on it. You know, like if I got like a partial part of the saying or partial, you know, little, that's a warning sign, I guess, supposed to be. And so I don't really care about that. I just want it to be down and look nice. So I'm going to show you. So this is glued down. I kind of smoothed it out. I wouldn't say it's perfect as far as, because it wasn't like, you know, there could be a little, what looks like a wrinkle, but it's not necessarily a wrinkle. It's just, you know, the way it is. But I did want to show you or go over it with you. Like, see, this is not coming up in any way, the edges. Okay, there's one there, a little loose, but that's probably because I need a little bit more glue there. So let's do that. And you know, if you don't want to sew, if you want to do this and you don't want to sew, I don't really think you would have to sew to keep this down. I wouldn't put any glue on top of this. I don't think that would go over well. I don't think that would come out nice, but just putting it underneath. So the key is to get it all over, and then especially on your edges. And then if your edges are loose, like you could say this is loose right here, but it's like it's not going to come off. I don't think it would come off or anything like that. So I don't think it's something you would really need to worry about it. But if you're worried about it, you could try to get a little bit of glue under there. I wouldn't use Fabri-Tac or art glitter glue. I just think it would be, I don't think that would go over so well. I mean, you could try it, see what happens, but I don't really think it would be this nice and smooth, especially with Fabri-Tac and art glitter glue, either one, because you have to smooth it out. And when I've tried to smooth out, you can smooth it out pretty good, art glitter glue, but it dries so fast that you really can't get a smooth, unless it's a smaller piece where you can get it smoothed out really quick. If you have this big of a piece, it would be pretty hard to get it all smoothed out and get this down. So glue stick is really the #1 way to go, I think. And pretty much everybody has a glue stick, I would say, some kind of glue stick. So I say try the glue stick. But anyway, so my point is, you don't have to sew on it, and then you can add a little topper if you want, or not. It looks cute with or without, I think. So if I was going to add a topper, I guess I would add a black ribbon. Let's see, where's my black ribbon? Just 1 second, let me grab it. So I haven't tried to poke a hole in here as far as punch a hole for a ribbon yet in one of these, because this one I just sewed around. I wanted to try sewing around it, and I could still punch a hole, but I don't feel like it necessarily needs a hole. But since I didn't sew on this one, I almost feel like it does need something. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can, how does the hole punch go through this little plasticky covering here? Oh, just fine. No problem. And then here's my black ribbon. I'm going to try to do a little double ribbon on here. So here's a piece of black ribbon. Let's see, how long do we want it? I want it long enough, but I'm going to do a little double ribbon though. So I've been doing these lately, and they look pretty cute. So you just put a little ribbon through there, get it even. You know, that one's nice and long. I still could tie a bow. Well, I don't know if it's long enough to tie a bow, but I could try to tie a bow or not, or do the little loopy one. But I'm going to do the little double ribbon, and this is another ribbon. You could do an orange here, or I have this kind of black with the gold, like almost like gold glitter on it. It looks like kind of black with gold glitter, or maybe it really does look like black. I have some gold, and I don't think this is the gold. It almost looks like the gold, that's why I'm saying this. But it looks like black with gold on it, mostly, so that's why I picked this one out. So I'm just going to tie another little maybe a bow on here. I don't know if I cut it long enough for a bow. We'll see. Let me get my ends even here. And we'll see how this looks. I think it's going to be cute. It's nice and long, so. But yeah, I just wanted to make a few of these on video with you to, because I don't remember using any of this yet. I might have used some last year, but I don't remember. I have no recollection of using it, so. And this one I just, well, this one I did was open. The yellow one that I just showed you, that wasn't even open yet. I just opened that before the video. So I know I had a couple packs of each though, so I might have used some of that last year. But yeah, when I think of something, a little Halloween craft, I'm going to come on and show you. So I just kind of like, thought, why not try gluing some of this down? Because I kind of like almost gave up on it. It was like, use it or lose it type of thing. I was almost ready to lose it because I hadn't used it. I was like, then it dawned on me like, I don't remember trying to glue it down on anything. I really don't. So I thought, let me try it and see if that works. And then, then I think it would be super cute. So there's two. This one's really tall. This one's pretty tall too. This one's a little bit taller just because I had that piece of cardstock and I thought, let me just do that. So there's two tags. I do want to make some more tags, but I got all this cardstock out here. I want to make a couple of pockets too, but I want to make them in a size that can be almost like general size I can use in any journal. I guess I don't need more than one piece here. I'm going to go ahead and cut these holes off. I feel like, sometimes I might leave them on there, but for this I don't need and can't and don't want the holes on there. So yeah, so you could, if you have some of this tape and maybe you didn't know what to do with it either, this is for you. And maybe you want to make some of these type things. And the one thing I'm doing is just, let's make another yellow one. I just am making sure of, see, this one is still on I just opened the plastic and it's still on the little spool from Dollar Tree, 98 cents. Wait a minute. I wonder if I got this at Walmart. Because 98 cents wouldn't be Dollar Tree. Even last year it would have been $1.25, I would think. I must have got these at Walmart. I didn't mean to not tell you the truth. But I didn't notice that until just now. I bet I got them at Walmart. Okay. But they had them at Dollar Tree too, and I must have got them at Walmart because they were cheaper. They were cheaper than Dollar Tree. So I want to make these. Let's see. So this is it was 8.5, say, by 11. So half of 11, let's see, would be about right there. That's a good kind of general pocket size right there. So I'm thinking I could just make one whole thing and then cut it in half. Almost like a little masterboard, but not really. So let's get my glue. I have a sweatshirt on today. I'm getting a little warm at the moment, but I was cold because my kids were here, like I said, for Family Day. We got our favorite pizza today. And they were very happy because they love that pizza. I ran and got it. I don't have it delivered. It's the pizza restaurant is what we get it from is 4 minutes from my house. It takes for me 4 minutes to drive there. And I'm pretty frugal, so if you know me, I'm not having it delivered. I'm not paying them $5 or whatever to deliver it when it's 4 minutes away. Anyway, so I went to pick it up. I was supposed to have it here at 12, and they said, the pizza place said it would be ready at like 5 minutes till 12 or at 12. So I got there at I got there at about 10 till. And I figured, well, I figured it would be ready at the earliest at 5 till, so I waited in my car for 5 minutes. Then I went in, and of course it wasn't ready yet. So I got in line and I paid. I ordered it on the phone because I was out. I was at a thrift store before that. I was at a thrift store and I was like, oh, I gotta go get the pizza. And I would usually order online. I was like, oh, I'm driving. I can't order online right now, or I didn't want to have an accident. I wanted to pay attention to the road. So I was like, let me just call. So while I'm driving, I'm calling the pizza place and ordering the pizza because from where I was, I figured it would take me about 10 minutes to get there. So I got it ordered, and I actually got there 5 minutes before, on the phone. I got it ordered by a phone call. So I got there about 5 minutes before it was supposed to be ready. So I waited in my car for 5 minutes. I went in and paid. It still wasn't ready. Anyway, long story short, I got home. Actually, it was ready, and I saw it sitting up on the oven. They took the second one out. They had it sitting up on the oven, and no one was calling my name or saying, number so-and-so, your pizza's ready. So I was like, hey, I think there's my pizza up there. And they were like, oh, yes, it is. And I had already paid for it, so they said hand it to me. Anyway, long story short, I finally got the pizza, and I got home about 5 minutes or so late because it wasn't ready, and blah, blah, blah. And they are all here waiting for me because it's our favorite pizza. And I walked in and was like, oh, everybody's on time when it's Elizabeth's Pizza. If you have Elizabeth's, it's a really, I don't know if they have it everywhere. I don't know how far out, how many states Elizabeth's Pizza's in, but that's one of our favorite pizza places around here. And my town is very small, and it's, I don't think, the town next to us has Elizabeth's Pizza too. That's kind of like our town too. But it's kind of intertwined with our town. But our actual town, has a coffee shop, has another breakfast and lunch spot, restaurant, has Elizabeth's Pizza. And it has, I think, is that it? That's about it. So I feel like we're very fortunate to have an Elizabeth's Pizza here. Anyway, I walked in, I was like, I see everybody's on time when it's Elizabeth's Pizza. And they're like, yeah, we're hungry. And we love our Elizabeth's Pizza. So it was very funny that they were all on time. I mean, because sometimes they're like 10 minutes late or, dragging a little bit. But now this one's a little wrinkly, but it doesn't matter. We're going to cut it in half too. So we're going to see how that looks. I got a little bit of white showing up here, so I need to cut that off. So let's see how this one turned out. Turns out it's going to be pockets, like I said. So I need a little sliver off the top. But no, we had fun playing. We played the Switch today. And let's see. I played Mario. If you've ever played Mario, not Mario, necessarily Mario. Kind of like, it's not necessarily Mario Party. My son, I think, called them mini games. I think that's what he calls them. You bring it up, and there's like a zillion little mini games you can play. And he had it on random, and so whatever the computer, however it does it, the Switch just would bring up a game, and then we would play it. And he put on, today we had 4 players. My husband wasn't here. We had 4 players, and my granddaughter loves to watch us, and she has, I have a bunch of toys for her here too, so she plays with the toys, and we give her whatever attention she needs, of course, but and play with her along. But she loves to watch things on the video games too. Now there's a little loose spot here. Probably talking a little bit too much. I need to concentrate a little bit more. But anyway, we had fun. My favorite, if you play the Mario Switch mini games or whatever it's called, my favorite one that we played today was the pinball. I came in second on that one. I did the best on that one. I was like, and we was down to 3 players by then because one of my daughter-in-laws couldn't make it today. She had to work, and my other daughter-in-law had to leave before everybody else. But anyway, we were down to 3 players, and I came in second. So at least I didn't come in last, but which I did for most of the games. But you know, I don't think of it like that. I'm just having fun with my kids. You know what I mean? I don't think of it like I don't care if I win or lose. But it was kind of fun. That pinball game was just. It was kind of like the real pinball game, even though it wasn't. You do the little thing like you're doing the flappers, and yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I like that one. I was like, I want to do that one again. But they just, they don't do them twice. They just kind of can see my fold there. A little pinch. I'm going to cut it in the back. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. If you haven't played that one, if you have the mini games, Mario mini games or whatever it's called, I'm always Princess Peach. So that's my what I pick when we play those games. My older son is Mario. My younger son is, let's see, he's Shy Guy. And my other daughter-in-law, who was she? What was she? She was the mushroom. I don't remember what the mushroom's called. She was the little spotted mushroom. I don't remember what that's called. Okay, so we've punched a hole. We've made tags. We've sewed around them. By the way, it went through my sewing machine perfectly fine. It wasn't slippery on here or anything, so I did wonder about how that would be, and it was fine. I think I might want to try or experiment here for you and see how I need to put my lids on. I've got 2 open permanent glues here right now, trying to dry out probably. I want to try let me grab my corner rounder. Yes, fun times. All right, so I think I would like to sew around these, but I'm going to go ahead and let me put a little bit more glue right here before I try to round this corner. And just, that's not the plastic's fault, that's just like, me not putting enough glue on there type of thing. Once you get enough, see, nothing else is coming off. Nothing is loose here. Well, here's a little bit here. That's just me not putting enough glue on there. And if I wasn't like on video and talking, I might be concentrating a little bit more. So, all right, now I don't care about if there's a little wrinkle in here. That's not going to bother me. I mean, it just adds to the Halloween and spookiness of it, maybe. I'm not really going for creepy, spooky, anything. I just Halloween. Oh, it does. It punched just fine, no problem. Punching it just like you're punching through any other paper. So, yeah, these will be pockets. I can go ahead and sew on these. Or not. I think I'll sew on one just to show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Let me do that now, just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm sorry if these are a little glary in the camera. I'll try to keep them where they're not too glary or whatever. So this is one I just sewed around. Here's the one that's not sewn around, so you can see the difference. I think it's fine without being sewn around, but if you like the sewn around look, which I do, go ahead and sew around them if you want to. I did put some black thread in my sewing machine, especially for this look, to keep with the black and yellow and black and orange. I didn't sew on this one. But I wanted to also, if you don't like the skull, say you have some of this and you decide, oh, I don't like that skull, you could cover it up. With something, a sticker or whatever. So you could do, this doesn't quite cover it up, but I'm just showing you, you could cover it up with something if you wanted to, or if you just want to add something, let's see, that would stick off. Say this one doesn't have that much on it. Let's try a little, the owl's a little big. Let's try, there's a black, I'm thinking I need something black. So I've got a black cat and a black bat in here. Let's try one of those. Oh, this one's yellow. That would look cute. Say right there. Or here's the cat. That would look cute. So let's try the little bat on this one. These are just mostly, I think these are all from pretty much from, probably from Dollar Tree. Oh, here's a little witch hat too. I wonder how that would look. Oh, the witch hats are, huh. Like I said, all these little foam pieces I put in that one bag, wherever they were from. I got some actually when I remember when I mentioned going to the thrift store this morning. I actually got some more. Oh, there's a couple different colors in here. I actually got some more of these at the thrift store this morning. They were nice. Oh, that looks cute even with the purple on there, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a little, it sticks off the side, but that would almost be okay. You know what I mean? I'd have to leave that, probably, I would think I have to leave that part of this, the peel off back on there maybe, but let's see, here's another witch hat. Just try a black one. This one has a yellow flower on it. That's cute. I mean, like I said, you don't even, well, if I was going to cover up, yeah, I'm going to try the bat. I mean, I kind of like the bat. It doesn't necessarily cover up the words. And not that, see, like I said, I don't really care that it's only part of the word. That doesn't bother me, like, at all. You know what I mean? For some reason, maybe it would bother you. And so just make it a little longer so you have all the words in there. That doesn't really bother me at all because I know what it is. It's caution tape, and I'm just using pieces of it. This is really cute. I like the little purple frame around it, so it gives it a little frame against the, so it's not yellow on yellow. It gives that little purple frame around. So you can do things like that. Use your stickers and your regular stickers, whatever you have would go with these. As far as these are the felt ones. Did I say foam? These are the felt ones. And, oh, these are the felt ones. I think I do have a foam one in there. I don't really necessarily need those in the bag. I just like them all in. I put them all in one bag so I don't have to grab them. There's a little ghost in here. That might look cute on one. That would look cute, wouldn't it? So you can do stuff like that. But yeah, I just put all these in one bag because I had several. I just want to see what this little guy is. Now here's a skeleton. Add a skeleton to we put this down permanently. Oh, I wonder how this would look over here. Put him over. Oh, I kind of like that. Let me see how it looks on this one. Let's put him on this one because he fits. See, this one's right on the end. But, and it fits there, but it fits better here. So let's put this one. Is this a sticker too? Yeah. This is a foam one. I don't know where that came from. I only have one of them. What if I got it in Happy Mail? I might have. I might just have. So it like fits right over those same eyes. That's crazy. Same eyes and nose. And there's the bones. That's cool, but crazy. So yeah, I won't hold you anymore and keep your time. I just wanted to throw this idea out there. Do a little Halloween craft with me. Have a little fun today. So I hope you enjoyed. And stay tuned for more simple Halloween crafting with me. I have another thing I want to use. I have used them before, but I have like 10,000 of them to use up. So not really 10,000, but you know what I mean. A lot. And it's another thing that's like, do I get rid of these? I have so many, or do I use them? And now that I've done this, I can really see me just making a lot more of these and just have them in my stash for years to come. So, tags and pockets. You could make journal cards too with the same idea. Just, I would round all the corners and just kind of make it more like a card. You could even make them smaller or bigger, whatever, but you get the idea. So I hope you enjoyed today, and stay tuned for the next Halloween videos and the next videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.